What's up? I'm Marina Madden. This is Madden Takeover. Welcome to my channel. Alright, so today we're going to be discussing The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. This book is a young adult realistic fiction novel, meaning that everything in this book could actually really happen in real life. There's nothing out of the ordinary, which is kind of scary, but makes the book a lot better. The audience in this book, I would say that we should have a 14 and older audience because I like to keep things in high school. But technically this book is PG-13. There is mature content in the book and it has strong language in there, so I would not recommend a 10-year-old picking up this book and reading it, especially since it's kind of traumatic. So this book also had a movie. If you haven't heard of the movie, you've probably been living under a rock, so welcome to Earth. And this movie stars Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort. I think that's how you say his name. They're very big stars, and so obviously this movie was a big movie. So this book follows a girl named Hazel, and she is dying of cancer. There's no way around it. There's no cure to her cancer. She's just dying. She is living now because the medications that she's taking are prolonging her life, but there's ultimately no way to cure her disease, and so she is going to die. And she knows she's going to die, and her family knows she's going to die, and so she tries to push everybody away so that she can lessen the collateral damage when she dies. This all makes sense, and I would do this too. But it all changes when she meets Augustus Waters at a youth group. Augustus is charming and charismatic, and he knows exactly the right things to say, and he and Hazel have an epic romance that is something that we all wish we could have, without the cancer. So he is in remission for cancer. He just got over his cancer. So that's where they're at. So after this point, I will be talking more about the book and the ending. So if you haven't read the book or seen the movie, go do that. The movie is so much like the book that I don't even think you have to read the book if you've seen the movie. So either one, go read it, go watch it, and come back and we can discuss together. Alright? Oh, also comment below. Okay, spoilers. So here are the themes of this book. So death is a really big theme in this book. So I'm a teenager and I think about getting into the program that I'm in, getting good grades, having friends, going partying, whatever. And they are teenagers and they're thinking about death, dying. What happens after I die? Am I going to make an impact on life? Like, there's such a big difference between you with cancer and a person without cancer. This is what this book is for, to show you that cancer is not something that we can just mention in passing by and be like, oh, I'm sorry. But it's an actual thing that people have to deal with every day. And it's sad, but it's reality. So death is a huge theme because our characters are always thinking about death. Like, when are they going to die? They don't know that, but they know it's soon. And it's kind of scary. So they have to put in perspective what is what. They don't have time for all the foolishness that we have time for. Another main character, another theme of this book is the fear of oblivion. Now this is Gus's main fear when they ask in the youth group circle. Not necessarily of oblivion, but oblivion being that his life will end and it would have meant nothing to anyone. Like, he had a short time and he knew that, and he just wanted to impact the world in the time that he had, and he didn't want to be forgotten, 20 years down the future. So that was his fear, and that makes sense. I think that's also everybody's fear, kind of, but we just have more time to get around to that. Another theme would be cancer. Now, cancer is like a main character in this book. There is no book without cancer. Wherever they go, there's cancer. They try to have fun. Nope, cancer. Cancer's always getting in the way of everything. But it is a big deal, and this book is for the main purpose to show you this. The main purpose of this book is to show you what kids are going through with cancer, and they did a really good job with it. And lastly, a theme that I think my favorite theme is live your best life now. That is a great theme. I love it. They had cancer and they were going to Amsterdam, and they were falling in love and doing everything the right way. So we don't know when we're going to die. We could die tomorrow, so live your best life today and let tomorrow worry about itself. Only don't drop out of school or anything like that. Just, yeah, stay in school. I personally really, really liked this book. I didn't expect to like it. I was coming into it thinking, oh no, it's just another sappy romance novel between teenagers. And I wasn't expecting to like it because I usually like dystopian books where people die constantly. And I enjoy that for some reason. But I really like this book. It's very relatable. And it had me rooting for the characters, and it had me sad, it had me angry, had me happy at times, and it was an emotional roller coaster that was going on over here. I was pretty up in flames about it. But it was a really great book. My favorite parts are obviously when they went to Amsterdam, and I love Augustus and Hazel as a couple. They are so cute. They balance each other out so perfectly. Like, they don't want to take their death seriously. I love the scene where her sister comes and she's trying to go on and on about how he's a great person and blah blah blah, and they just kind of laugh it out about it and kind of tease her, which is kind of mean, but they're kind of laughing at themselves at the same time. It was amazing. They were so perfect. They were like ideal for what people with cancer should be feeling. And them together made me really happy and really hopeful that things would get better, and sadly it didn't. They were adorable. Another thing that I really liked about this book was I also really loved the writer of this book. John Green is John Green is phenomenal. Like, his words, they mean so much. He doesn't just write anything just for it to be there. Everything that he says has a purpose, and his characters just speak like amazingly. They have such great diction, and it's just such a great way to write a book. I usually read books and I'm like, oh, this writer's like, so I have to put it down. But he's really good. I also really liked Isaac. He was one of the side characters, but I loved him. He was just there over there crying, because I mean that would be me, sitting in the corner crying like, oh man, I'm gonna die. My love have left me. He's. I like that they show different perspectives of different perspectives of different kind of people dying with cancer. Because you got Hazel, and she's a shutter-outer. Got Gus, who's the humor, and Isaac, who's the crier, and that just, it makes sense because everybody's something different. Oh, there are a lot of good responses to this book. I mean, obviously everybody loved it because it became a movie, and it was such an inspirational movie, and I'm pretty sure everybody in that movie theater bawled their eyes out. I'm sure this book was inspiring to so many people out there with cancer. It is a really real disease, and I support it, and it is a very real disease, and finally they get some attention. So this book caused a chain of events that really opened everybody's mind to cancer. So first was this book, and it got popular, and it had a movie, and now they're like doing TV shows about cancer and doing specials and like giving more attention to it, which is like where our attention should have been in the first place. But it's good that it's getting the attention it is now. Hopefully it doesn't ever die out. I think it was a great book all in all. I'd give this book like an A. It did a really great job. If you like this book, tell me how you feel about it by commenting below, and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel if you like me. It makes me really happy. I'll see you next week or the week after with another book vlog. And yeah, so have a great week.